hours.
Okay. So welcome to this Q&A/AMA stream. As usual, I'm in a voice chat with some of the people from the Bop It Rift, but I'll also be taking questions from text chat as well once people call in. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Doing all
Good.
right. Um, with this, I'd also maybe like to talk a bit about an idea, some things like Cheap Noise is going to be mastering some music from Let's Make a Deal.
But which era?
Uh, Let's Make a Deal 1990. He's not going to be doing the Wayne Brady stuff because those masters already exist, and I'm sure people have already got them, so that one's not necessary.
Actually, the only stuff I got is one thing from the vault over at DPMM and some Facebook grips of the song cues. They're
Hmm.
not out there in the wild. At least the
No, but
masters.
those are not the versions we're looking to remaster.
I know, I was just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is there really anything you guys want to ask me while we wait on the text chat over on YouTube?
Okay.
Well, I think I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And, Plush, number one, the cake is a lie. Number two, Smash. What have you learned from your 16 years of being on the internet and being in the game show community?
One thing I did learn, some people are just out to screw people.
Prodigy.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What did you get the idea to act all the game shows, like make the modifications?
I just felt bored one day.
Fair enough.
Don't know how else to really answer that, to be honest.
Probably the best way you could.
Like,
Exactly.
just say it as it was.
Right.
I think one thing. One thing I do want to think about is if you'll be since we're doing work with GS Genesis now. Do you think you're going to be helping him with some of his other things, which include his Let's Make a Deal, Joker's Wild, and other things like that?
If there's anything he wants that I can do.
I think I agree. I'm going to side with you on that one, but I'm not going to bring up Whamageddon because that's every discussion we have.
True.
I was going to say something about it going to be doing well, but that's every single discussion we have. And honestly, it just feels like a forced plug.
Right. And we want to
So
mention some of the other projects we do around here as well.
one of which is planned is Wheel of Fortune Mega Deluxe, but that's a different story. Unless I should just get it out of the way.
Right.
That's gonna be a challenge and a half.
That sounds like something that India would come up with.
I couldn't really think of another name for it because there's always these Wheel of Fortune deluxe games and the slot machines triple deluxe, mega deluxe, things like that. So I just called it Wheel of Fortune Mega Deluxe.
Or we
There's
can call it
also. Wait. I was gonna say there is something I do want to ask you while I'm thinking about it.
Who?
You and anyone else in the Rift.
And
How
what's
did
that?
you guys get into bopping and all that?
I had a shout in. I had a shout in 010 or 09, whenever it was. I kind of lost that, but yeah, that was my first interaction with Bop It.
For me, my now this isn't just me, but A lot of people on here and the Electronic Game Hub, now known as the Electronic Game Central, have had many different stories about Bop It, and I think I'll just say mine. To summarize it, what happened was in 2007, I played a Bop It Extreme 2 for the first time. So what happened? It was at an OT. It was at an OT place because I needed more occupational therapy.
Ah,
Um, so what happened was one game we did, we all kneeled a specific way, and they brought out a Bop It Extreme 2. And what would happen is we would each do one command. I got the spin, and we beat it. But that was really my first interaction with Bop It, and like that's what I like to play. And then I got a shout for Hanukkah 2008. It did release in '08, I believe late '08. You're looking at like November. So yeah, I just got hooked on it.
I
I
remember
didn't have
playing.
anybody.
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
I remember playing the original Bop It back in the day.
I
Then
remember my first Bop It was the one with the you have to twist it, pull it, spin it, bop it. And,
Extreme.
that's
yeah,
the
that was my
extreme or
first.
the extreme
That
two.
was my first ever Bop It.
Was it the extreme or extreme two?
Extreme 2.
Extreme 2. That's the most, you know what? That's the most common one, actually. Bop It Extreme 2 is the most common. In fact, oversold. So, yeah, like, and then I get Bop It XT. I always like Bop It Extreme 2. I like Bop It XT actually a little more. Not my favorite, but definitely up there. I really enjoyed having, and my friend had, we would battle, we would call each other over the phone and have like a bop off, like, we would each play Bop It. So my friend actually had the Sonic Green version of the uh, Bop It Extreme of the Bop It XT. There were different colors actually, including one in green, black, and orange and red. The orange one, it does exist. There is an orange one out there. It's a factory sample, we believe, but we don't know where it is. There's only one. So yeah, a little lore. Um, yeah, I got Bop It Beats, Bop It Smash, and all those the following years, and then it actually helped me through a very bad time in my life. My parents divorced in Thanksgiving of 2015, and it took up a bunch of 2016. So that it helped me get through that, and I bought the newest Bop It at the time, the Bop It Refresh, it's known as in the community. I bought that, and yeah, we just had a lot of fun with it. Um, it helped me, and then like I started watching Sam Locke back in 2013. So, and I've been watching him now for 10 years. So now me and him are good friends. That's where we kind of Bop It Riff though was started just as a place for my designs, but then people kept coming in, not just Bop It enthusiasts, but like people who like nostalgic for the game, not like the Electronic Game Hub, which I'm not offending them in any way, but they weren't they just like to talk about Bop It because that was their childhood, and people come in and things like that, and then that's kind of where we got to where we are today.
Speaking of origin stories, I will say this. School time had something to do with my origin story when it comes to my earliest videos on YouTube before I started doing screen recording stuff. I forgot exactly the name of the class I was in, but I was in a media related class, and for one of the things we were assigned to do that year or semester was to do a recorded thing using a camera of some sort. And of course, I decided to record some Press Your Luck gameplay with some of the students there, with some of the other students, that is. Unfortunately, I got rid of it a long time ago and never thought to keep it in my personal files, so those early videos of me doing it out of school are lost to time. That's why I
Or
wanted,
MySpace.
yeah, I was gonna say I did want to look at it, see if I could get it from MySpace, but I don't think they kept it. Like they may have lost all their stuff from back then. So it's lost to time.
I remember when I was in middle school, actually high school, and my principal asked me, like, everyone had a sign, like a freshman capstone project, and mine was Bop It, and they didn't understand like what the game was meant to it, the meta of it. I was like, it's simple, and then you can learn a lot from it.
Understood. Um, yeah, Bop It, like, and we talked to the creator. I like plenty of the people in the Bop It community know about this, but the people
Hmm.
in the game show community don't. Is that Dan Klitzner, the inventor of Bop It, is behind some of our projects. Two of them especially are NJ Rockout and Whamageddon. He knows he's fine. He's supporting us with Whamageddon. Our games are not doesn't have any budget, but that's completely irrelevant.
And besides,
Yeah, like Dan Klitzner's involved in this, and he's possibly going to be um involved in the process. He's possibly going to be involved in one of the games we're going to do here. When that is, I really don't know. Um, enough said.
Also, while we wait on questions on the YouTube chat, because I haven't seen anyone chat yet, I'm kind of
Keep in
think
mind the work shift's still going.
true. But while I wait on that, let me put up stuff on my YouTube Creator Studio page. But there is something I want to ask you guys about this ping tuber thing I'm currently on. Would it be okay if I try out different avatars for it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm down wherever.
Guys, I want to see how the YouTube audience would react to different ones from different artists.
be sure to credit them at least, though.
I know, and I am asking them, these people, if they would be interested in it. In fact,
Right, unlike a certain someone.
yeah, we won't mention his name.
He's actually gone for good this time, thankfully.
Is it okay if I mention what happened?
Do it.
You may as well.
On my personal server, I have, we talked to this particular person, and then as he was apologizing for stealing our stuff, guess who walked in?
His mother.
Yeah. And then he probably had a stern talking to after they left the call.
They're in a lot
Lesson
of trouble.
lesson learned: never steal people's stuff. Without
Oh, they didn't. No matter what we said, they kept doing it.
Yeah. And now that I'm getting some activity on YouTube, I'll answer this question. Dylan how asked how I got into game sales. I think I've been around game sales my entire life. And even if especially since some of my earliest memories of my life involve things like the USA Game Show blog back in the day. Before that channel became SVU Rerun Central and a wrestling spot.
I got into game shows since I was like 6 years old because my great grandmother, God bless her soul, got me involved watching before Wheel of Fortune. It was let's make a deal. And I still
Was
have the videos of my grandma recording this stuff.
I'll say this. Oddly enough, my first memory of Press Your Luck isn't the whammies, isn't the big board itself, and isn't anything to do with the gameplay, but the way the logo's designed.
and that's fair.
Let me mm, get a image of the logo to show what I mean for the YouTube audience. I won't be doing a screen share on Discord yet because I'm not sure if that's died down yet with all the dropped calls.
Which you can expect from me as I'm, well, you know.
I meant from my end, like
Mm.
how things keep causing me to not be able to hear you guys and vice versa. Anyway, let me get this sewing and make sure I don't accident mess things up. But for those
Yeah.
wondering what I was talking about with the logo, it's these two black areas in between the above and below the word your in the original logo. I just remembered that design before anything else even popped into my head via the internet or Games Network.
I actually had an idea for those things.
What?
I was, before I lost my software for a while, I was going to make a Press Your Luck Canada logo. What was going to happen is I was going to take the logo, make it, instead of like gold and red, it would have been red and white. And then where those two holes are, behind it, I would have made it white with the Canadian maple leaf.
That would be really cool.
And I wonder why
I
they
would have done
chose
the same
red
for
and
the UK.
I was gonna say I wonder why they chose red and yellow.
It kind of
Besides
speaks with
maybe
the
the
vibe of the
whammy.
show. Then again, it was the 80s.
I'm kinda thinking they had the whammy in mind when they did this logo.
Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized it kind of carried over from Second Chance, as it had a similar style.
Yeah. And given how Second Chance itself is similar to Press Your Luck, including having the Carruthers Company be the people behind it.
I feel like just saying that is kind of clear, like way too clear, since it's Press Your Luck's precursor.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for everyone. If they had to make a Pressure Luck for the kids edition, like they did Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy,
Oh, I've already had a dream like that.
what will you name it and why?
I actually had a dream like that, Adam. It was so I had a dream where I saw basically a Wheel 2000 version of Press Your Luck. It was called Slam.
Oh.
Basically, what happened is it was very similar to the real game, except the board was in a shape of a circle, not like Whammy, but it was an actual circle. And what would happen is the spins you earned were called slams, and the past spins were called dares.
Wow.
Every time this kid would finish spinning and get their points, he was like, "Do you want to slam again, or do you want to dare your opponent to the left?" And if they lost the dare, if they quote unquote lost because here's the thing, the whammies were still there, and they were the same whammies, but if they had lost, they would have also lost their turn if they lost the dare, quote unquote. That would make the game too much like Whamageddon.
Yeah.
But that's basically, and it looked a lot like the Jet set. I'll just say that. Yeah, it was called Slam the Cooler Press Your Luck. And it was set the date, like, it said date was 1999.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's kind of been thought of, but that's not something I want to make. But one thing I did talk to Smash about is another dream I had related called Press Your Luck 2003,
Mm-hmm.
which I got based on the DS game.
By the way, I did try getting audio from him, but it didn't work. Nothing I did would help.
You don't really need audio from it. That's the thing,
True,
because it
I
was
bet, but
literally all the
I
same
would
sounds.
I would want to have a better quality version of the Games of Marathon whammy foghorn and the spin sound if it had the full loop.
I can get. It didn't actually have those. It had like the same one from the original show, along with the along with the whammies that were in um, the original show. But it also showed some of the, I'll say, imagination gaming whammies.
Mm.
Also, someone Lewissoft from the YouTube chat does bring up a good point about Press Your Luck Kids edition. Technically, it could be considered a form of gambling since you're risking your score every time you go to the board. And
Yeah, it
remember,
was.
on shows like Card Sharks, Choker's Wild, and Tic Tac Doe. Okay, maybe not Tic Tac Doe, but on Choker's Wild and Card Sharks during their kids weeks, they had the parents down there as well to help them make their decisions.
Right. Actually, I do want to mention one more thing about the Slam Dream is they were condensed into points, but you would win prizes. And what would happen was if you had won a so the top prize on the board was a trip to Universal Studios Hollywood. The second prize, like person in second place would receive a Nintendo 64 sports pack. And the third person would just receive a pass to Toys R Us because that was still a thing in the 90s, thankfully.
Yeah, just ask Double Dare 2000. I know I
Let's
brought
not.
up a bad thing, but at least they still had Toys R Us gift cards as prizes.
Don't say anything about $1 million winner.
I'm
Don't
not. It's a
even.
kid show. Of course, it's not going to have $1 million winner.
No, even then, I don't think the CBS run would have done it either. If it actually made it out of pilot stages.
Yeah,
But
that
let's be
adult
honest.
one.
Let's just be honest. Double Dare is gonna be for kids, no matter what. You can't make it an adult game show. You can't make it syndicated that much. You can't do that much with it.
And plus, Double Dare is like the childhood era of Nickelodeon, with
Right.
followed by
That was their
Legends of the
first original
Temple,
program.
And and
and
and about the only way adults could, in my opinion, the only way adults could work with the Double Dare format was if it was kids and adults, a la the family Double Dare format.
yeah, and also to the heart and soul of Nickelodeon was Legends of the Hidden Temple and Nick Arcade, Nick Guts, and What Will You Do? No, What Will You Do? Wild and Crazy
You
Kids.
can't you can't do this on TV.
Yeah, you can't do that on television, though that
Yeah.
was imported from Canada.
Right, but that was still what kind of got Nickelodeon their first kick before Double Dare.
Right. In fact, in the first season, one of the parting gifts that the losing team would get included you can't do that on television branded green slime shampoo.
Let's put it on Kane and call it a day. Just kidding.
Oh my
Oh boy.
god.
So,
Speaking of the green slime thing, can we just all agree that the geyser from the studio was a pointless gag?
I agree. 100%.
It's a waste of material, honestly. Just spouting it into the air, just to be drained and thrown into a sewer, or it was either that or it was just reused. I don't know.
Also, let's get something also off our chest and backs.
Hmm?
The when they did the slime time, not slime time, the figure out show with the slime and with the secret password, the secret
90,
word,
99 or 2012.
99. I think it was kind of pointless.
No, that was kind of the thing, is getting their celebrities messy, which makes sense. But I'm not. But I actually just have one thing to really say for that.
what?
Save it for the Kids' Choice Awards.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Smash?
Considering I grew up on stuff like figure it out later in my childhood, I I don't know what to say really.
That's okay.
I always say, go with your gut, man.
Yeah. And my gut says I have no idea.
Fair enough. You see anything you want or no?
Nothing, but I do find something interesting.
What's that?
Hey Nick.
There's Dragon Power. That's the first ever localized Dragon Ball game.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah,
Then over there, there's that.
I remember this place was. I remember this place was selling a homebrew at one point. It's not here anymore. I guess someone bought it.
Yeah, I think it's a picture of it,
Oh,
so we have-
actually, Smash. I was gonna ask you. Did you ever see an episode of Finders Keepers? Either season.
Yeah, but not in its first run. Only on Nick Gas.
I never seen Fighters Keepers before.
Uh, yeah, I get you. Speaking of Nick Gas, every single every single game, like vintage game show that goes on Paramount Plus, is a '98 Nick Gas airing, and this especially affects Double Dare and Legends of the Hidden Temple. They are both Nick Gas airings. What do I mean? Because they have Harvey and Olmec talking about Nick.com 1998.
Though talking about that's but it wasn't technically Olmec. That was just D. Bradley Baker in his normal voice. Plus,
Still,
we had
they would still talk about Nick.com.
and they did have some prizes dubbed over with Doc Holliday from Family Double Dare's last season.
That makes sense. I didn't. See, they don't have it on Paramount Plus though. I don't think, because Family Double Dare's not on there.
Right, but but some of Doc Holliday's prize plugs for Legends of the Hidden Temple are, I'm sure.
Understood. You wanna go check GameStop? You wanna go check GameStop, or do you wanna go?
Nick, wait up.
Check GameStop or what?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
You know what'd be really interesting? I want to see bring back though is Nick Guts, but with a different host.
Um. Yeah, I can get that. Actually, you know what? I actually had another funny dream where they did bring back Nick Guts, but you're not gonna believe who they got to host it.
Oh no.
Steve Harvey.
No,
Is it current celebrity?
no. J.K. Simmons was the announcer, and they got the guy who played Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh
No.
no.
Oh no.
Not Arlie Ermy or whatever his name is.
Yeah, him.
That would not be a
I agree. That would be a bad mix.
I actually had thoughts of how to revive Nick Arcade in a way that would make sense, and that would be because here's the thing about Nick Arcade. it was, let's be honest, it was just mostly trivia with a few home console games.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I would do. Don't make it all about trivia, and make it modernized but familiar to the previous set, and make it actual arcade games. Don't make it like the original, or like how the game show reviewer said it would be. How you shouldn't bring it back due to modern technology. But actually, that would be a way to do it. Is bring in actual arcade games, and for the video zone, use a quest.
I can see that.
Use quests for each player. Make it easier for the players.
And I see we have a new person in our chat that I don't think I've seen anywhere in the comment section or anywhere else for that matter.
What's their name?
Meredith Jensen, I believe. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. But they were wondering when I would do more Roblox videos. Well, you well, I upload Top's Finger Press Your Luck every week, every Monday, after I edit and render it on Vegas. And welcome, Rebel Mac Daddy. Feel free to ask anything you want within reason in the chat if there's anything you'd like to know.
But I'm confused on something though.
What?
On on Nickelodeon Guts, the winner only got the glowing piece of rock. And what did they get for the second place and third place winners?
Probably just the medals.
Probably my best guess, they were given a medal, and after the show ended, they'd probably be given an express pass for one of the rides at Universal at the time.
I've noticed that there is no actual prizes on Guts. Well, I didn't think about it there until now, but I noticed no prizes on Wallet and Crazy Kids either.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Actually, you know what? Can
Except
I tell you
maybe
guys
to
something?
keep the shirts.
Yes.
I've actually been to the building before. I went up to the building twice where Nick's Studios used to be.
Oh.
The Blue Man Group Theater.
No, it's not even Blue Man Group anymore. Like, it's just completely left there for auction.
Oh boy.
I saw it and I'm like, wow, I really wanted, like, I really wondered what it would have been like if I had went there, if it was still around, but like, it got bad budget cuts. We'll just say that it did not last well enough.
Well, I'm checking on eBay, and this is I usually do when I check out vintage Nickelodeon stuff. And the metal they're selling, the gold one and the silver and the bronze, are selling for $20 each.
Somebody actually had an Aggro Crag award, which has a neon light in it apparently.
Wow.
His name is The Sole Purpose. I watch him every now and then because I like his vintage stuff. He's got a lot of vintage stuff specifically from the studio.
Speaking of, if I could get to goldenroad.net right now, I'd tell you that there's an auction going on involving a lot of game show props, among other things. I know I showed you guys in the Rift the Plinko thing.
Yeah, you did show us that.
Let me get the. Let me show my screen here for a second. And
Speaking
before,
of, go ahead.
I was gonna say that. Well, one thing I did want to say, going back to the whole thing involving my ping tuber thing, I did commission one of my friends that's been in this stream a couple times. They I I've commissioned a Sonic the Hedgehog based one thing from them.
Speaking of kids game shows, which do you guys think which one aged better? Brain Surge or Family Game Night?
Family game
Brain
night.
Surge.
Family Game Night for me. What do you say, Smash?
I don't really know. But let me go ahead and share my screen for a second, and I'll drop the link for the YouTube chat later for all my Press Your Luck stuff.
Okay. Yeah, Brain Surge came around when Nickelodeon was entering its overuse of flatulence era. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of like when WarioWare happened, Wario was all about the fart joke.
And when he was introduced in Smash Brothers Brawl, even.
Yeah, but then again, that was kind of based on his WarioWare stuff.
Right. Speaking of Wario, one game I've always wanted to try was Wario Land Shake It.
By the way, I'm gonna try to hide the text that will spoil what I'm about to show you, but for those who have watched game shows, does this look familiar to you? Check this, and I'm going ahead and showing my screen. Any idea what this might be?
You're not sharing anything.
I know I'm doing it on my YouTube stream since I don't know if I'd survive without the call dropping me. I realize I'm not sharing it on my Discord.
I don't recognize that.
I'll see if any.
Same.
Okay, I thought that.
It's good.
What's your guess, Rebel?
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think
You know,
it is, Rebel?
also, I'll say this. I think if Disney were to make a really dumb move, they would buy PBS.
Yeah. Of course, they want to be a monopoly at this point.
No, they want to buy the rights to Monopoly at this point just to prove themselves. They want to buy it from Hasbro. I think at this point, Hasbro's a Disney company. I'm not saying that though out of annoyance,
I
but it's
know.
partially true.
I was just reading the YouTube chat. I don't know what happened to my M key. Half the time it doesn't.
It doesn't register.
Yeah. And I'll just end the misery. This actually is from the 84 run of the Newlywed Game.
I never watched much of the Newlywed Game.
Yeah, this was from a later version of the show. And they have
Mm.
four of them. Four of these backdrops.
Oh, okay.
And also being auctioned and stuff. One of the one set of doors from The Price is Right from Barker's last year.
Sure. Like I said,
Speaking of doors, actually, do you ever plan to remake the doors from the classic Let's Make a Deal?
I doubt it.
Hmm.
And right now, I haven't watched many Disney movies lately, so I wouldn't be able to answer that, Jensen. I forgot. I think the last time I watched one, it was the original Wreck-It Ralph.
I don't think anybody's watching any Disney movies lately, since they've
Because
been on a downward slope.
since all they do is live-action remakes,
And the MCU.
yeah. And here's the Plinko sign.
you might want to leave that. Like I said, leave 60
People
seconds.
say that the MCU is killing cinema.
I'd just say it's killing itself with overexposure.
And not knowing how the characters work.
There's a lot on that. That's why I said
Aye.
separately.
Would you guys agree to that or no?
Yeah. Plus, there's just too darn many of them to keep up with.
This. Speaking of actually some things that are good, one thing I'm looking into getting is the new SpongeBob game, The Cosmic Shake.
I thought I was seeing the Teenage Kraken movie.
Can we not?
That's
I'm
DreamWorks, not Disney.
I'm probably gonna pass on that one.
Oh, I thought you were kidding about it.
Um, no, but one thing the whole internet is looking forward to is the revival of the Shrek series. Like, you can't go anywhere on the internet and not see Shrek at least 5 times in one website.
Right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mention any memes. Also, here's the set of Hit Me, and we're gonna. I never watched them, like the Ice Age stuff.
Ice Age is Ice Age is actually something I'm glad Disney put an end to.
And here's some game show set pieces, and with a collage, including somehow Christmas stockings and some of the credit cards from the credit card game. And the final one that I see for The Price is Right is a group of over 70 Bob Barker photo and postcards from later in his time on the show. Of course, other game sets are being represented here as well. I believe these are the doors from the. I believe these are the door panels from the from the sushi bar set, as the fans call it. The one after the grid set with the bongo theme.
You can go ahead first.
I can go first.
All right, thank you. Um, actually, I just remembered since it's on. We got tomorrow, and then we start filming for the game show marathon.
Okay.
That's right.
I have an idea, Plush, for the winners of that game, of that series. Top three, we'll put them in a 3-round knockout.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do 3-round knockout rather than the TOC because let's be honest, the TOC has been overdone so many times.
Right. And here's a Jeopardy lectern.
You're not.
And it has the graphics and the buzz-in thing. And actually, there's two of them on sale. And this one's from one of the Art Fleming game boards.
There's a Pizza Hut over there.
Okay, let's. I'll park my car a little closer.
Good morning.
There's Blake.
We have some stuff from Fear Factor as well.
Hey,
As you
Smash,
can see. What?
do you have anything from Classic Concentration?
The music, yeah. But nothing on here from that.
What about Password Plus?
No, I'm still looking.
Okay, what about Classic Password or just the original?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm still kind of looking at it myself. But here's a podium from the weakest link. Let me skip some of these things, including outfits used. Here's a briefcase that was used on the show, which had $1 million in it apparently.
On the topic of weakest link, that is actually Sam actually has a Tiger Electronic version of that. It's the tabletop version from the UK. The only thing about it is it has a split gear in it, so it doesn't rotate.
Who are you listening to?
That's Blake listening to his voiceover. Remember, he's visual. He has some visual impairment.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing I think we should mention on the stream about the individuals of Bop It Rift.
Okay, Blake.
Speak of the devil.
What can?
I was gonna say I'm done with that stuff.
Blake,
I think though we should mention. I think we should mention this to the people on the live stream about Bop It Rift.
Blake, I really think you should go back to OSS.
Why should I?
I never
I want to
did.
hang out here,
I
too.
never did that, Brian Nick. I never did a wrestling thing. And as far as my favorite game on Roblox,
Come on.
I would be a
I'll
little
meet you back
biased if I
later.
say press your luck. Because that's one of the few things I record now. That and I hosted it at one point.
They're playing that crappy remake of I'm Blue on the radio.
There's some weird remix that I've seen on the radio for...
Yeah, it's called I'm Good. They're playing that right now.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of stupid.
Say that for Kane.
They played that for the Kids' Choice Awards this year, and yeah, I'm not having any of that. I think you guys can agree with me.
Yeah, that song might be annoying. It is annoying. I'd rather listen to the regular I'm Blue than that.
I'm gonna agree with you. But so I'll just say this for those of you who don't know on the live stream,
Paint
people.
Trauma texting me.
Oh boy. Yeah. How much? Oh, I'll pay. I'll pay. I'll add something onto that. Can I have like? Do you still do the milk? What? Any toppings
Brian,
allowed on there?
you're making no sense.
I'll have 2 slices of the milk. And then I'm gonna add this on. New with the Mountain Dew, and then I'll add this on to the payment.
And everyone knows it's Polo.
Welcome, and of course now someone's making no sense in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just doing a Q&A session.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just gibberish. Gibberish of an insane person, to quote Chicken Little.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever happened to the production value?
Everybody knows it's Polo.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody does know it's Polo.
Why did Chicken Little go down so horribly?
For him, yeah, and then
You're making no sense still, dude.
and, the bottle of Mountain Dew, yeah. I'll pay with use that original 20 and then you use this with it.
I think it might be trolling.
Did you give it to them?
These people are from Hollywood. The one thing we'll never do is mess up a good story. Yeah, right.
Did he give you the money? Oh, wow.
So, my dad got. I'm just sharing a story.
We're
My
live, by
dad's
the
teeth
way,
got
so be careful what the story goes. Be careful with the story.
Are you guys doing something?
A Q&A
No, we're doing a
session.
live stream.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize.
That's fine. You guys are fine to stay. It's just a Q&A stream.
So
That's what you're doing.
recently, my dad had to get all of his teeth pulled, and he got dentures, and that was it.
Wait, where's the live stream on?
On my YouTube.
Smash Whammy's channel.
Oh, on your YouTube. Okay.
He had to get
No,
dentures.
I'll let you guys get back to it.
It's okay, you can stay.
You're
You can
fine to
stay if
stay.
you want, Matt.
It's just casual talk as well.
Oh wait,
And
Okay.
you guys can talk
Yeah, I'll be
about
right
tech and
back.
stuff like that.
wait.
Okay.
Did you actually go on Press Your Luck the reboot?
No,
Yeah. Oh.
I haven't
Someone
tried
named
either.
PYLTV. Someone named PYLTV did.
Oh.
He's the one who gave us the first look at the new set.
I think he just found it from a random Instagram post.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go to the show.
Fair enough. Oh, Sam's coming. Is that okay?
Yeah. And I am kind of thinking of whether or not to continue this chat session for now.
Yeah, I say we should because we'll get more people in. Like the more people we get and such.
Right.
Good job on 4,000, by the way.
Thanks. And I'll link to my live stream in the announcements thread on the Rift if you wanted to see it.
Speaking of the Rift, do any of y'all know if you'll decide on after hours? You don't know, Jack.
Don't bring that up here.
I am live after all. Remember that I am live.
Oh, sorry.
Polo, read the room sometimes, please.
I know,
just
I'm working on it.
sure doesn't seem that way.
No, I believe he is. It's just going to take a lot longer than we think. No, but
BRB real quick.
I'm trying to get it to you, Rebel, so patience.
oh no,
What's going
What?
another. Something tells me that this is going to be another Howl Master scenario.
What is?
With this person Rebel.
Oh,
I was trying to get it out there while you were asking for it, okay? I didn't want to do it while my screen was being shown. And are you sure you clicked on the right link? Guys, I'm able to get it on my end. Okay.
You know, I actually do have another question for you, Smash. When did you
Yeah,
first find out about Michael Larson?
probably when I began reading on the internet about the game.
That's gotten the game worldwide attention, but not in the way they want it. Because now they see it as a bet. Because now, like, because of Michael Larson cheating it and the lawsuit, they actually say "Press Your Luck" is one of the worst game shows ever. All the other countries.
I don't think they'd go that far.
Well, a lot of people have claimed it that it's one of the worst game shows ever.
And I'd like to call those people someone who only watched one show.
Or people who are big fans of
Millionaire.
uh, Millionaire, but probably Pyramid, Donny Mid specifically.
Plus, they're probably basing it on their own limited version.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a talk with Riley. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna have a private talk with Riley. Don't no
Okay.
one else join.
So, is there anything else you guys want to discuss right now? Exactly, Lua. Just because someone found a weakness in your system doesn't make it the worst game so ever. Plus, we have things like the chamber to consider, or a failed reboot of Truth or Consequences that should have called itself a reboot of Fear Factor. Is there anyone left in the call? Or is one at the private thing? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Just making sure because I wasn't hearing anything. And now I don't know what to do. Because when I hear silence, I'm afraid that it might be Discord being Discord. But these links should work, Rebel, if you're even there still. Kinda wish I had more activity right now, if I'm to be totally honest.
Welcome to my stream.
Yeah.
Hey, Blake. Blake is not here. Okay.
Seeing if I can't drop the link to my stream in another server.
Hmm.
Cause I kinda thought people would be wanting to ask me stuff, to be honest. But after a couple after at least an hour, we're kinda dropping off.
Yeah, Q&As are not that good of an idea.
That's why I was afraid to do it, to be honest. That and how some people might take things too far.
Yeah, but Q&As are probably best for videos, not live streams.
Right. I might just I might just move on and do a part two of this as a recorded thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me just stop the Q&A thing and try to think of something else to do. In fact, I may just do a recorded thing soon, to be honest. Guys, I am getting kind of bored of just sitting here talking to you guys. Especially if there's
So,
especially if there's really nothing going on YouTube either. And I always ask this to the new people in in chats, but how did you find my content, Rebel? If you're okay with sharing. And you know what? I'll probably just leave this voice chat for now. Okay, I'm back here for the ping tube thing. And let me turn on YouTube, not YouTube, on my iPad while I'm waiting. So I can see some of Big John's stuff right now. Ah, you just saw the live thing and so is there really anything else we can talk about right now? Besides certain topics that are happening in the real world? Gosh, I don't want to turn this into one of those streams. I'm not even gonna even reference what I mean by that. The mods are self-contained in each RAR file that I uploaded. I'm kind of thinking if I want to do forest still, or if I want to do some gameplay or something. Cause I'm beginning to think this live thing was a bad idea when it comes to Q&A time. You know what? We can probably continue our conversation on Discord in private, and I'll stop the stream for now. And until next time, YouTube, don't be bringing guns to any kind of fight. That is all.